Hi guys, so we are going to learn history and we are going very deep in history. So our first unit is sources. 401 History of India, early times 1200 AD, syllabus unit 1 sources A. Archaeological sources B. Literary sources structure 5.0 Introduction 5.1 Objectives 1.2.2 Archaeological sources 1.2.1 Excavations 1.2.2 Inscriptions 1.2.3 Numismatics 1.2.4 Monuments 1.3 Literary sources 1.3.1 Religious literature 1.3.2 Secular literature 1.4 Foreign accounts 1.5 Summary 1.6 Key terms 1.7 Answer to check your progress 1.8 Questions and answers 1.9 Suggested readings. So let's start. Introduction. The history of India goes by its own significance. The Indian civilization is as old as the civilization of the Nile Valley of Egypt and Mesopotamia. Many ancient civilizations of the world are now either extinct or have failed to preserve their old traditions. However, the Indian civilization has achieved greatness in preserving its age-old traditions to the present day. Though India is one of the earlier civilizations of the world, we are confronted with a serious problem of paucity of necessary records for the reconstruction of its ancient history. The main purpose of history is to throw light on the past. The study of early Indian history is important for several points of views. It tells us how, when and where the people of India developed their earliest cultures. Ancient Indian history is interesting because India proved to be a crucible of numerous races. The pre-Aryans, the Indo-Aryans, the Greeks, the Scythians, the Huns, the Turks etc. made India their home. Each ethnic group contributed its meat to the evolution of Indian culture. Since ancient times, India has been the land of several religions. Ancient India witnessed the birth of Hinduism, Jainism and Buddhism, but all these cultures and religions intermingled and interacted. The most baffling problem confronts a historian of ancient India is the absence of any regular historical chronicle. There is plenty of handwritten and printed material on modern history. There is also enough material in respect of medieval history. But the real difficulty arises for writing ancient Indian history. In ancient Greek and Rome, there were historians to write the history of their times. But the ancient Indians, who wrote on many subjects, rarely write history. There was no lack of historical sense or historical materials in ancient times in India, but dearth was in respect of historical writers. Despite the existence of Vedic, Puranic, Jaina and Buddhist literature, the authors of which were men of profound learning, ancient India did not produce a Herodotus Thucydides, living of Tacitus. The past, like the present, is complex and can be looked at from many perspectives. Historical analysis involves carefully examining the available sources of information. All historical interpretations are ultimately based on evidence derived from the sources of history. It is thus a challenging task to rediscover India's ancient past. Despite limitations, difficulties and imperfections, there are several sources for the study of ancient Indian history. This unit gives a broad overview of the major sources which are very useful to reconstruct our ancient past. The study includes archaeological and literary sources as well as foreign accounts.